Sono entusiasta di condividere la grande notizia della partnership con CoinW. Buon sesto anniversario all'exchange di criptovalute. Sono entusiasta della nostra partnership di grande impatto per il mondo Web3 e per tutti i tifosi di sport. Ridefiniamo la storia e dominiamo il gioco.
Dreams keep flying away, and somewhere far beyond. Keep chasing them and I never rest for a day. There's something I don't do. I feel the wind blowing my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. Well, I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go, really afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go, really afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. It's been a while since I ran into you on a street. I wonder if you moved. Hope everything is going amazing for you, and you're not feeling blue. I feel the rain pour down my face, but that's alright. I smile at people passing by. Some smile back, some might not. Well, I'm always looking for a shade when it's hot. I've been low key and I'm trying to stop. God, I'm feeling good. Yeah, but when off I go, really afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind. Yeah, but when off I go, really afternoon, it's a fast forward. Looking at the skyline, looking back at my life, and I gotta say it's one of a kind.
Hi everyone, hello. Welcome to our project show.
Nice to see you again.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to our project showcase and insights AMA session as a part of the CoinW International Women's Festival Virtual Summit. So I'm here, Sitora, your host for today, and I'm very excited to have you all here, both two guests and then the viewers. We have got two awesome presenters lined up here who are going to give us the rundown on their innovative project in the Web3. So please join me in welcoming Sue, Marketing Manager from the Fisen, and Christine Lee, Ecosystem Development Lead of Tanzi Network. I hope I pronounced it right. And yeah, welcome Sue and Christine to our AMA. So before we delve into project presentations, how about a brief intro about yourselves and say hi to the audience?
Me
So
first?
you wanna go first? Yeah, go first.
Let's go for Christine.
No, because like on your screen, you're before me, so why don't you?
Okay, it's fine. So hello everyone, and hi Sitora and Christine and everyone watching this live stream here today. Thank you for having me again. I'm very excited to present Fisen to our audience today and everyone. So yeah, an honor to showcase with Tanzi Network as well. So we hope we have a great AMA today, and we have a great time today. Thanks everyone again.
Great, welcome.
All right. Hi everyone. My name is Christine. As Tora said, I'm the ecosystem development lead of Tanzi. Okay, I also super excited about today's webinar. Hope to share more information about Tanzi, and also hope to answer some questions from the AMA. Super excited. Thank you.
Great. I'm also very excited to learn both projects. And yes, so let's begin with our first presenter, Sue from Fisen. And then, so please, Sue, take it away and then share us what is Fisen about, and their their vision and progress maybe, and then what's the outcome, what we can expect from Fisen. Yes.
Thanks. So okay, I will go first. A little bit answers a little bit, but yeah, actually we are a crypto super app that you can do lots of things, but more specifically you can spend your crypto holdings into some real life products. So currently in around 50,000 utilities in 178 countries, but I think that is better showcased in our very short introduction video. Irish, can I ask you for a favor to just present our video, the 3 minutes one, just.
Buying a cup of coffee with crypto might sound crazy, but you can. With Fisen.io, Fisen Super App is the only crypto super app that can make real-life payments with crypto work seamlessly. Not just coffee, but food, groceries, taxis, airline tickets, hotels, eSIM, water bill, online games, phone top-up, and many other things. Discover over 50,000 products and services from 4,000 brands in 178 countries, right at your fingertips, all through the Fisen Super App. Ideal for expats and tourists, our platform facilitates cashless and cardless travel, offering access to 2 million hotels, eSIM services in 120 countries, and 200 airlines, including private jet services. Even better, with the worldwide growth of QR code payment, the Fisen Super App is equipped with real-time crypto to QR code payment technology, allowing you to effortlessly pay with your favorite coins for even the smallest items, like a chewing gum. We are continually adding more utilities for crypto users, thanks to Fisen Pay, our crypto payment gateway that enables businesses to accept cryptocurrency payments both online and offline at point-of-sale terminals with just a few clicks. The fee for Fisen Pay is 10 times lower than that of traditional payment methods, and it allows businesses to withdraw both cryptocurrency and fiat money to their business bank accounts worldwide within 24 hours. Fisen.io, together with our global partners, is leading the charge in crypto commerce to facilitate the mass adoption of cryptocurrency. Not everyone is knowledgeable about trading, but everyone can use Fisen. We assist businesses in selling their products and services to millions of crypto users worldwide. Fisen Token is the utility token of this e-commerce ecosystem with a lot of benefits for its holders. It's a win-win situation. Buy, hold, save, spend, and invest with the Fisen Super App.
Fisen, c'est quoi? Fisen, c'est une application qui vous permet de pouvoir investir dans la bourse.
Hi everyone. Today I ada satu app untuk share dengan korang. Fisen Super Apps?
It's Jin, come with me to explore Hong Kong. Right now I'm in Litung Avenue, Wan Chai District, and currently they have Chinese New Year.
Halo guys, jadi aku mau kasih tunjuk kalian, aku lagi pakai aplikasi Fisen Super App.
Super App sovellutuksen avulla.
Grazie all'applicazione Fisen Super App scaricabile gratuitamente.
Fisen oferece vários vouchers super exclusivos.
Crypto transaction is now faster, cheaper, and accessible to everyone. The future of crypto payments is inevitable. Join forces with us for these world-changing opportunities.
All right, thanks
Very
everyone.
nice. Very
Yeah.
nice video. I enjoyed it.
All right, thanks Sitara a lot. So I think that if you watch the video, you get everything, about Fisen and what we are doing. So actually, Iris, can you just go to I think the first slide and I just brief the video again in just only one or two sentences more about Fisen. So actually, our mission is to onboard the next billion of crypto travel and any crypto users with experience like travel and cross-border shopping. Like crypto is like blockchain world is like borderless world. So we want to take use of that unique selling point of the Web3 space into traveling and shopping. So that's what Fisen is doing right now. And can you next to the next slide, Irish? And yeah, that is the pain point or the problems that Fisen's super app Fisen is solving right now. Like for businesses, we have businesses who want to revolutionize their their payment options. Like they can accept crypto as one of their payment solutions for businesses, and we connect them with the crypto users who have a crypto hosting and crypto assets. Just like users and businesses, they can be connected with Fisen solutions. We have a Fisen Pay for businesses, and we have a Fisen Super App to the end users, any crypto holding users. And yeah, so we are just our product is mostly almost completed. For now, it's already in use by the most updated one by around 300,000 users across the globe right now. And the next one you can see Iris, can you next one? I think the next one. Okay, the next. Can you continue to just skip to the next one? Yes, this is a little bit outdated. I'm sorry, but the most recent I have checked this morning, around 300,000 users for now across the globe. They do really shopping, and we are extending for more brands over the world. For now, around 4,000, but we're adding more and more in some other countries, especially Africa is one of our targets, with a lot of users who really want the new ways, new takes to advance their current payment system. And so that's what Fisen is doing, and we are just getting there. We are just trying to engage crypto into something to people life, as we are not so we are not digging really deep into crypto or blockchain technology, some kind of blockchain infrastructure. So we just focus on the application of blockchain to bring it as a mass adoption of crypto to user real life. So that's what Fisen is doing right now, and we are on the good move for that. So thanks everyone for listening. If you have any question, you can also type in the comments in the live, and then we can answer it later on. Yeah.
Yes, after the second presentation, we'll go for the Q&A session. So if you guys have questions about Fisen, please do leave in the comments. But I have to say that surprised me that I had no idea about Fisen project yet. But and you guys have over 200,000 users worldwide already. And then the video itself that's showing people are using it for groceries, and that surprised me. I was taken back, and that's a great thing you guys are doing there, because Bitcoin itself is for transactions, making the future of money easily, and utility is a great way indeed for achieving mass adoption, I would say. I would love to try, and yes, thank you so much for the presentation.
I will send you the link with my ref too. I will get some reward points for my invited friends.
Oh, got it. Share it with me, please. Yes.
But yeah,
first
first
I have to accumulate my USD balance, right, to be able to use that too.
I will send you some as a gift, because we can also send and transfer just normally via Fisen. So I just send you some gifts. that we can, like try how the first time using crypto to buy, like a cup of coffee or Starbucks or anywhere. Like we have lots of brands in Dubai as well. Yeah.
All right, great. I have some questions as well. I will ask that in the QA session. All right. Well, so now let's move on to the second one. Second presenter, Christine from Tanzi Network. Tanzi Network. Christine, go ahead, please. Take it over.
Sure. Yeah. So, okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Christine again. I'd like to introduce everyone to Tanzi. So Tanzi is basically a modular app chain infrastructure protocol. Our goal at Tanzi is to help developers deploy app chains in just as little as 10 minutes. So to understand what Tanzi does, first of all, it's important to understand what app chains are. So app chains is basically short for application-specific blockchains. A famous example will be DYDX. I'm not finished actually. You could go back, please. Yeah. A famous example will be DYDX, right? And also like Axie Infinity's Run Chain, which is like a project that has an L1 all to itself. So over the past 2 to 3 years, as you can see from the graph, that we've seen a proliferation of app chains. Next slide, please. Yeah, so today, we've roughly estimated there are over 120 app chains, and so the numbers also continue to grow across Avalanche, Polkadot, and Cosmos. So, and now the question is like, why do projects want app chains, right? There are several reasons. So number one is that app chains provide better performance and customization. As you can see, Axie Infinity grew to a run chain because of scalability requirements. So when you have an app chain, or developers have their own app chain, they can control many things. They can customize such that only a selection of users' smart contract interactions would require users to pay gas fees. And this may lead to like interesting features for instance, order book-based DEXs or Web3 gaming, where smart contract interactions are highly frequent. You can also access customize like access permissions, right? So this is also something pretty interesting and something to consider for like institutional or corporate chains. In addition, more importantly, like developers will have dedicated block space, meaning that people wouldn't need to compete for block space or for computational power with other projects on general purpose blockchains such as Ethereum. So all of the above would translate to much improved user experience and also more sophisticated application features, which were not usually possible as they would normally be restricted by various limitations of smart contract deployments. Another reason that we notice people find app chains to be interesting is governance sovereignty and token utility. So in traditional smart contract deployments, a lot of the value is actually being captured by the token of the underlying L1 in the form of gas fees. And this represents a chunk of value that smart contract developers or dApp developers that are missing out on. So if you have your own app chain, you can basically set your own token as the gas fee for all interactions on the chain. And by doing so, developers will be able to capture the value that they used to miss out on. And just to give an example of what this means, right? So I think very recently, it was Token Terminal published a kind of a research in terms of like Arbitrum's revenue and cost analysis. So 70% of the generated fees actually would need to pay for the fees on Ethereum L1. So and then just to think about it, this is already an L2, right? So for smart contract interaction, so there's a lot of fees that dApp developers, or there's a lot of value dApp developers are missing out on, and this they would be able to capture if they were an L1 themselves. Next slide, please. Yeah. So actually, next slide. So you're probably thinking, okay, now why is it? So since app chains are so great, like why is it not many people are building app chains? Next slide, please, Iris. So historically, like building an app chain is not a trivial process, right? So for those of you who are familiar with the process of building an L1, you should know that it's a process that would take, minimum 6 to 12 months and would cost hundreds of thousands, if not millions, to do. And infrastructure complexities related to building an app chain, meaning that in addition to actual coding itself, developers will need to deal with tasks and also assignments that are not very mainstream, such as setting up their own wallets, setting up their own explorers, setting up their own validators, bootstrapping their own validators, incentivizing the validators, block producers, bridges, oracles, and all of these things are not just like they're not just limited to technical tasks. There are also a lot of negotiation with like bridging solution providers and Oracle service providers, and also these solution providers, they usually have very high requirements in terms of what type of chains they'll be able to connect to. For instance, Chainlink, Layer 0, they all have like certain requirements in terms of transaction volume and maturity of the chain. So very naturally, despite many benefits that app chains provide, developers are more inclined to deploy the projects via smart contracts. Next slide, please. So this is where Tanzi comes in. So the protocol, our aim is to provide the perfect blend of powerful app chain functionality with the ease of deployment of a smart contract. Let me show you how it works. So this slide here is an illustration of Tanzi's architecture. And as you can see, Tanzi is an L1 of its own. You can view it almost like a chain that exists solely for the purposes of building other app chains. And app chains that deploy through Tanzi don't live on top of Tanzi. Like it's very different to how smart contracts live on top of an L1. So the chains that deploy through Tanzi lives in parallel to Tanzi, and they exist as standalone chains. And then they'll be attached to a relay chain directly. And these are represented, and the chains of the app chains are represented by the two boxes on the side in the illustration. And the yellow dots are basically Tanzi block producers. These are set of like shared and decentralized block producers that rotate around the relay chain and produce blocks on behalf of app chains whenever there's a transaction, whenever it's required by the app chains. And we leverage on Polkadot's XCM to provide basically cross-chain messaging. So whenever like there's an app chain that requires to produce blocks, the messages gets passed to Tanzi's block producers and will produce, and basically block producers will rotate to the app chain to produce blocks for them. And in addition to block production, we also have like data retrievability, managing the state transition, as well as cross-chain communication. And Tanzi, as a protocol, will incentivize and orchestrate these block producers to go to the corresponding chain to produce blocks on demand. And as a result of the above of the architecture, the cost of app chain deployment by Tanzi will be at a fraction of what it used to cost for normal traditional app chain deployments. Next slide, please. And in addition to the infrastructure, so like the block production service, we also provide a set of tools, including EVM templates, wallets, explorers, indexes, and oracles that are easily integratable so that developers can pick and choose what the tools they need. We do not build these tools ourselves. We integrate third-party existing solution providers in each respective areas. And we basically, since Tanzi itself represents many developers that want to build app chains, so we are able to negotiate commercial deals that are very favorable and that is rather exclusive to Tanzi. So this is also one of the like value proposition we provide to app chain developers, and we will basically save all the commercial negotiation for them so that they can just focus on development itself. So in a nutshell, Tanzi tackles all the previously mentioned challenges by abstracting away all the infrastructure-related heavy liftings from developers so they can focus on what really matters. For instance, developing the app chain logic. So that's basically everything that's related to how the protocol should work, not how like the infrastructure, the backend side of things in terms of the infrastructure. So you can kind of see it as Tanzi as analogous to AWS for web development. And then in addition, since all app chains will be attached directly to Polkadot's relay chain, so they will automatically inherit Polkadot's highly decentralized over $10 billion POS security. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I hope by now, like people, everyone in the audience here have a better understanding of what Tanzi is and what app chains are, and then let me just quickly show you an overview of like a current ecosystem. This is also something that we've taken in December last year, so it's a little bit outdated. But as you can see, that we have the breakdown. Sorry, it's a bit small on my screen, but the breakdown of the ecosystem is, you can see, like it's very symmetrical to the overall crypto ecosystem breakdown of segments. So we see the majority of projects still in DeFi, gaming, and NFTs. Plus, we also have many dev tools and infrastructure, such as deepin projects. And since we launched in September, we have approximately almost close to around 300 app chain deployments, and almost 60 ecosystem projects. So the difference between like 350 is 360 is like some of the 300, many of the 300 app chain deployers are actually curious developers that are still have not formally set up a project. They were just experimenting with what kind of infrastructure solutions they could use. And then the projects they've launched through us are not very restricted to late stage projects. Like unlike many like app chains in the crypto space, many are basically fully fledged projects. For us, we have many projects that are like in seed or pre-seed stage. So this is evident, and also it really is what we're looking for, right? Lowering the entry barriers for app chains so that even the projects from the very early stage will be able to benefit from building an app chain. And the next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, so this is just a quick screenshot. Everybody's is free to try out a testnet. A testnet is live. Everybody can log onto a website and can just connect the wallet, and they can just they'll be taken directly to this dashboard. And this is basically how easy it is to deploy an app chain on Tanzi. There are basically a total of 5 easy steps. None of it requires any coding skills. Even I can do it. I don't know any code and I can do it. People just click through. And then after they go through the 5 easy steps in just under 10 minutes, a chain is deployed. And then we have an EVM template. We also have a substrate template. People can also build their own custom runtime. Yeah. And next slide, please. Yeah, and then this is just our contact. So if people are interested or have any questions, feel free to ping me on Telegram, and also like on the right hand side is a list of links, our social media links. So feel free to follow us on Twitter, and then we also will be launching an incentivized testnet campaign very soon. So during the basically incentivized testnet campaign, projects get launched through Tanzi and participate in the incentivized testnet campaign with us. And also for general user track, people can also experiment with our ecosystem projects. So people can take a look, what traditional DeFi projects would look like in the app chain form. Yeah, and yeah, that's all from me today. I'm looking forward to all the questions from the community, from the audience.
Thank you so much, Christine. That was a super cool presentation. Deep knowledge there, even for me. Like the project itself, that's what I got to learn, is making it more developer friendly and making it seamlessly onboard the developers. Then months is right in. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but then probably very less time, I assumed.
Yeah, just under 10 minutes. So yeah, it's quicker than. Wow. It's like cooking instant noodles, That's short as the time you need to cook instant noodles.
Interesting, very interesting. Well, guys, please do leave questions if you guys have there. Now we're gonna move on. So with questions with the audience. But then before that, how about I ask as a warm up question, right? So with everything moving so fast in the Web3 world, so what do you guys think we can expect in the coming years in the ahead of 2024? Any insights or predictions you would like to share with us and with the audience? Sue, would you like to go first?
Oh yeah, it's just such a very interesting questions and also like a very broad answers that I can bring to. Like I mean, like different people have different approach. Like for example, as a project builders, you might like think about more like entering the Web3 and you want to make something different to the Web3, you may implement a different like advancement of the technology, like building different infrastructure or some enhancement, or like something like the concept that Tanzi is doing right now, like the tech stuff, something like also like to empower the developers, right? Like in the Web3 to advance their skills, and also like the new models of blockchains. But in terms of Fisen, it's like we are going with like more like users one from the user insight, like even crypto users. For now, they have a different like applications of their tokens of the crypto. For example, mostly that people have a crypto for tradings, like like on some trading platform and exchanges. Some people use it for some gaming, for entertainment, like Game 5, or some use it for, like supporting their creators, like in Social 5. So like users also, they approach the Web3 for different purposes, and it still evolves. It's still evolving like from time to time. So I think that is a different pathway lead to the mass adoption of blockchain and Web3, like into the people like extending, scaling, or to make blockchain is something of like extend it interoperability.
Hello.
Like, oh, you can't hear me?
Is it my
No,
connection?
I can hear you fine. I think it's the Taurus connection.
Oh, can you guys hear me right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So I mean, just wrap up my answers for that question. Like, um, anyone who any users or any project builders or anyone who just like contributes to this Web3 ecosystem or this Web3 world, they will advance themselves in different ways. So it's depending what your purpose of entering the Web3, we will advance in different way. Projects with some kind of like DeFi or some GameFi, they also have their own way of like improving the user experience, or also like improving some kind of tech stuff to better like enhance for the infrastructure of blockchain, for example. And users themselves might use their have a different way to use their cryptos also for trading, for entertainment, and also like buying stuff like what Fisen is doing right now. So yeah, it's gonna be the mass adoption in the future for blockchain world. So we are getting there.
I think it's already is like over 170 countries you mentioned about it. It's already a great numbers, I would say milestones, but we do look forward to see more upgrades, more, I don't know, great milestones from Fisen itself. How about Christine, Tanzi, and then a lot of people are saying, I think it's quite hard to understand for non-tech people, but would you like to share on your insights on this topic?
Yeah. I can
Any
also like, and I can like give feedback in relation to those questions with regards to this question. So yeah, like everybody's. I think it's understandable. Like people, it's challenging for people to understand Tanzi from the get go, like at first. And I think this is what and this is something we see also as very relevant to the development of Web3 projects in this cycle. So basically, things like infrastructure, in my opinion, will fall to the back end, right? So it's like in the Web 2 space when people like they use an application, they wouldn't think like whether this is hosted on AWS or Microsoft Azure. They don't need to understand like the tech stack behind the application. All they see is the application. So this is where like Tanzi is very developer centric. It's a project that's built for developers, but we want to work with developers to provide infrastructure that can enable them to provide apps, to build apps that can accommodate mass adoption. And then so back to the question, right? So where do we see in terms of Web3 trends? We definitely see first of all like we see like chains, the ideas of chains, because like in the previous cycle there was like a lot of narratives building on L1, etc., etc. So in my opinion, so modularity and also like the idea of chains will kind of fall or more of a kind of back end narrative, and then interoperability would be something that I think will become increasingly common and prominent. So the idea of super apps, where Sue mentioned, on all Fisens, like it gives people kind of chain agnostic feeling. That's something like people will be able to achieve. I see like in the future as well, where like there's like a project that they have like omni-chain deployments, but they can kind of like unite all the user experience, consolidate all the user experience via a super app. Potentially they could do this in a kind of hub and spoke architecture where they have like their own super app as like the basically user facing interface, and then they have like different smart contract deployments deploy on various networks, and then people can just like utilize different assets on different network via account abstraction. So that's where I see, and also like I see that there will be also a more sustainable, more rigorous business and tokenomics models, right? So instead of like people come during the bear market, during the bull market, and go during the bear market, I see potentially you're gonna see a lot of like more, I would say, like tangible adoption, and that where like the commercial model makes a lot of sense, right? That people would actually look to explore on real, basically real use cases. For example, like Fisen is tackling the payment use cases. In our ecosystem, we are also seeing many kind of like RWA adoptions where there's like there are real estate projects being built around the world. And we also see projects that are coming from very traditional finance background where they try to kind of put they want to tokenize, for instance, agriculture, and then building smart contracts, building structured products into the logic of the chain, right? So we're seeing like more and more kind of like as like tangible use cases rather than just use cases that are mainly driven by speculation and mercenary users. Yeah, and yeah, that's my take. Thank you.
That's a great insight. I can totally relate on that, Christine. Real world assets, we're saying like DAOs or NFTs are already kind of not that trendy anymore. We are talking about the hot topics, which are real world assets, tokenizing them, commodities, real estates, also maybe AI together with blockchain. It's going to be a big thing. And yes, thank you for sharing your insights. Well, how about we ask some questions from the, I don't know if we got from here. Let me choose some questions from the live Q&A session from the audience itself. Okay. First one goes to Sue about Fisen. So does Fisen support multi-chain and all tokens? From Rebecca Piskel. Yes.
Oh, thanks, Rebecca. That is a very nice question that I haven't mentioned in my presentation. Iris, can you help me to just like show a page in our presentation? I think it's around like the page 20. Like we are building an ecosystem, and it will answer this question clearly and visually. Irish?
We might not have Iris in the
Okay.
backstage room right now. Sorry.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, thank you. So just like around like the one like we are building an ecosystem. That's the name of their the slide.
That's easy.
Just are there are more. Next one.
Yeah.
Next one. Yeah, actually, yeah. So to answer this question, I can say yes. Fisen support multi-chain. We're supported over 20 blockchain right now, the most basic one, and we also added lots of tokens. Like, of course, we need to select it, but like lots of project token to integrate in Fisen Super App, and then the token holders of that project can also spend that token on Fisen utilities or the brands and products on Fisen. So currently, the most successful use case that we have is Fun Token and Verse Token from Bitcoin.com and some other Game5 token. They integrate to their token into Fisen Super App and use that tokens for purchasing cafe or like cinema tickets or the groceries on Fisen Super App. So yeah, so we've built it and lots of successful use cases already, but we still need more advancement to enhance user experience as well, because like some tokens are on Ethereum, the gas fee is a very big obstacle for some users. So mostly they goes for such blockchains like Binance Smart Chain, Polygons, or like some blockchains that's of lower gas fee other than their Ethereum's one, or some blockchains that require huge or higher gas fee transactions. So yep, thank you, Rebecca, for the very nice question. So I hope that my answers already satisfies your questions.
Yes, leave a thanks note, or if it didn't satisfy you, please add the supplementary question, Rebecca, here. And the next question goes to Christine about Tanzi from Minor Arcane. He says, or she says, interesting app chain concept. So does it mean that we can utilize Tanzi to create a custom layer 1 chain for our dApp?
Yes, that's a really good question. Yes, that's correct, Mina Akin. So the idea, like the screenshot I shared earlier, is this like a dashboard, right, where there's EVM template. So that basically helps you to spin out a fully fledged EVM chain in just 10 minutes. And then you can basically utilize the old way of deploying smart contracts, such as using Remix, and then to basically deploy your product onto your own dedicated L1 chain. Yes, yes, this is the screenshot. So like you just click through EVM, and that's it. You have your own dedicated EVM chain, and then we also supplement with all the toolings that's required to make your chain function. For instance, like MetaMask integration. And also, if you're DEX, we can help you to integrate with the right oracles, etc., etc. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I hope that answers. Thank you. Let's go for the next one, which will go for Sue. Okay. I had the question. Okay. When Fisen IDO coming, can you share any market plans, tokenomics plans, or anything about the token that Fisen is going to support? so we can like mark it on our calendars and then stay tuned for the next gen.
Oh my god, thanks. Actually, we have the plans for our IDO. Actually, almost confirmed for the IDO plan on the early of April on top on tier one launch part. So I couldn't like click the launch path name yet, but like on tier one launch path, and also we will launch our token very soon. Right after that, on top tier CX as well. Like I changed it as well. Yes, for now we're doing a very lots of marketing plans for now. We there are lots of events and also like holding some kind of rewarding campaigns for our users to like really like like with all the KOL support as well to spread the word about Fisen and also like get to educate their users and the communities of what Fisen is working and also our roadmap. So also one big rewarding campaign for all the Fisen early supporter is coming very soon in the like at the end of this month. I can link for you guys that one. So you guys can just experience Fisen Super App and also enjoy some perks and some rewards from that campaign that will be released just a little bit earlier than the ideal plans. So
that sounds very interesting. Even I want to be part of the community now. I should actually test it.
Yes,
So
they
the
are
road
super active because it's everywhere over the world. Like they are just keep asking. Also, like sometimes we have a bug as well because like users sometimes they spams our server to be honest, and then like a lot sometimes we have some like some laggings with our
yes.
app because users just like use the app a lot and try to purchase the gift cards and use the products experience it. So either healthy bugs, I think, but we still needs a lot of work to
Improvements.
improve
Yeah,
better.
there's always room for improvement in this
Yeah.
space. So the roadmap looks like during this quarter, like
Yeah,
the
I
second
think
quarter of the year for the
yeah, it's
token
like
release.
early of the quarter too. Like I think it will be on this April. So yeah, so it's like we
April.
have around
So
1
Fisen
month.
can yeah, Fisen fans, please go check their socials all the time for the updates, I guess. Well, next question goes probably the last one, since we don't have much time. Christine, that's for you. Can you share about Tanzi's security mechanism? Many embedded integrated support projects have been attacked by hackers. So yeah, we cannot avoid any question that's related to security, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm surprised by the quality of questions. It's a really good question. Thank you. So I think there are. I can answer this question from two angles. So in terms of like security mechanism, Tanssi leverages, as mentioned, leverages on Polkadot's POS security, and then currently Polkadot, I think, I'm not sure what's the latest value, but last time I checked was like $8 billion POS security. So this is something that is that's shared by all the app chains that are deployed through Tanzi, and this is something very difficult to replicate if a project decides to build an L1 themselves, because like the amount of effort, the amount of capital that's needed to bootstrap a multi-billion-dollar POS security, it's hard to imagine. So that's basically in terms of like the actual security of the chain. So that's another. But on another angle, is like in terms of hacking, right? Project hacking, we see mostly related to bridges as far as app chains concerned. So take Ronin chains hack previously, and so for those of you who are not familiar with Polkadot, so Polkadot's relay chain is basically a layer that's basically acts like a layer 0, so that focuses on providing shared security and interoperability, and these two factors are baked into the relay chain, and it does nothing but basically providing security and interoperability. So this is a high level of basically security in terms of interoperability that's provided by the relay chain, and in terms of like connecting to like projects that's outside of the basically the Polkadot ecosystem. We also have MRL. Plus, also recently, Polkadot also released the Snowbridge. So this is also like the highest level of security that people can achieve in terms of bridging in the industry. So yeah, so I guess like in terms of, so this is also where modularity comes in. So we basically separating the actual execution of the application or the dApp from security and interoperability, so that like people who provide these services, who specialize in these services, can basically provide these to the dApps. So also kind of offloading the work that dApps or dApp developers needed to basically build their own security and bridges. Yeah, that's all.
That sounded definitely complicated. I hope they got it and that answered the question. But thank you so much for sharing it with a passion. You guys can also contact Christine, I guess. It was shared, like the Telegram ID QR was shared. Maybe we can leave it in the comments for them if they want to contact. But thank you so much. It sounds like we are an exciting ride in the world of DeFi, decentralized tech, and all, more mass adoption in the crypto world by Fisen. And so we have got to wrap up soon, unfortunately. But before we go, any final thoughts or from our presenters, I would like to say, so Sue, Christine, anything you want to anything else you want to share before we say our goodbyes?
Just want to say thank you so much, Sitora. It has been such a big honor for me to be here to represent Fisen.io. I love the project. I love the blockchain world, and I love to get connected into these spaces. And also, like thanks to Car.W, I've got a chance to get to know a lot of talented women and all the ladies out there. Oh my God, Christine, you are so good at all the technical stuff. I need to learn. I hope that you can send me the link of the deck as well. I need to learn some kind of, like, I think it's a very interesting concept, and your understanding about these tech stuffs are just amazing. I'm just so wow for what you have shared. I can just do some simple thing and have some simple approaches, but I'm always eager to learn, and I'm hope that everyone here just we also have the attitude that like that motivation to keep learning and exploring the new things and new knowledge. Thank you so much for the beautiful Sitara today as well. Thanks again. Actually, my team on the we have some mini events in Fizen communities, and Sitara so beautiful, and this pretty girl. Everyone keep complimenting upon you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so quick word for me. So I know we don't have much time. So yeah, just first of all, I'm super grateful for CoinW and as well as Satora for hosting this wonderful webinar. And I think this also sets an. I think hopefully this webinar sets a good inspiration.
Is it from her side? The connection, yeah.
Am I breaking up? Is my connection breaking up?
It's good for me. Good for me. But I think like it's Twitter connections. It's good for me.
Oh. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry, just yeah. So and then hopefully this would inspire more women to join the crypto industry, and also not just women, people in general who are interested in decentralized technology. And for those of you who are interested to learn more about like infrastructure and also modular framework, feel free to ping me via my Telegram, or feel free just follow our social media links. Happy to discuss afterwards. Yeah, that's all from me, Satora.
Thank you so much, Christine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining you guys and sharing all the insights and keeping us in the loop for the awesome projects you guys are having. And yeah, we are looking forward to it. Personally, me too. So we are running short on more questions, unfortunately, but big shout out to Sue and Christine here. And yeah, thank you so much for the viewers who tuned in. And don't forget to check out their projects, Fisen.io and Tanzi Network, to learn more about them. Also, especially CoinW, I want to mention they're having trading contest, especially in an honor of for the Women's Day contest for it. So please do check it out and then stand a chance to win $1,000 prize pool. Well, thank you so much, everyone, our audience, and then the guests. It was an honor for me to host this AMA session. Until next time, I guess stay Safu, keep dreaming, keep learning, do your own research in the blockchain world. Bye bye.
Bye bye.